Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom, and welcome to another exciting episode of So Frail Conversations. And today, as you've seen from the title, we're going to be talking about charm, seduction, and intentions. I'm switching gears. I know last week I was on some real shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? The standard of power. Now, I don't want to be in that energy this week. I don't want to continue to roll through that energy. So, uh, we're going to talk about something different. You know, the charm, seduction, and intentions. Now, reason why I want to talk about this because once again, still, even in these days and times, I'm still getting questions why men lie. We don't lie. We charm and we seduce with fucked up intentions. But it's largely tied to the fact that we have to. A lot of women don't want to step into that acceptance that, we have to lie to them um, because they don't want our truth. You feel me? And then it ties heavily into just the upbringing that we have. But I want to, of course, address it from our perspective as men. It's like, yo, bro, we legit don't got to do that shit no more, bro. Like, we don't have to lie, but we do have to charm and seduce. We have to have the intention to charm and seduce our women. And it's women as a whole, but, I don't, how I rock. But we have to charm, seduce, and with ill intentions in order to get phone numbers, or in order to court, and then when women be like, what happens down the line? Like, why do men lie? Why do men cheat? Why do this? Because it's like we lie because we have to get into the game, and we cheat when we feel like we're not winning the game. And it's like that's what, and subconsciously, I think women catch on to that because women be like, what is it about me that made him feel like blah, blah, blah. And then we on men be like, it wasn't you. It was me. Nah, it was you the whole time. It was you the whole time. For one, I wasn't being true to who I was when I had to get you. And then all the shit that I had to stay with to keep you, I couldn't do. And so I was losing. And so it was easier to cheat. And it's like, well, why even waste her time? Because you guys set the standard that you want us to pursue you. We only pursue things that we can't get. If we're gonna stick, we always try to stay. Let's stick to the metaphor of men are the hunters and shit. We only hunt what we can kill. It's not hard. It's not hard. Like women be wondering why they the ones to get fucked over so much by the men, or whatever the case may be, because we only hunt what we can kill. Watch Animal Planet. Since y'all love calling us lions and shit, y'all want us to be the lion and the wolf. Ain't nobody gonna take down the healthiest buffalo. No, they don't. They don't take down the healthiest gazelles. None of that shit. They don't take down. They take down the one that's gonna get away. The one that can't get away. It's usually what? The weak ones. The weak ones that are struggling. You feel me? The you're never gonna get the actual one that is a pinnacle or whatever it is that we're chasing. So that same shit. That's why I say y'all gotta stop trying to compare motherfuckers to animals and shit, because that same logic that you're trying to justify is what we use to charm, seduce with ill intentions. You feel me? This episode is probably going to be very triggering to a lot of women who might listen to it, but this is so for conversations. Y'all ain't supposed to be here any motherfucking way. But I'm gonna let y'all have this one. You feel me? Because in the grand scheme of it all, what we as men, as brothers, are actually doing in this space is we gotta hunt. We gotta hunt. You can't separate the reality of the programming that you're a hunter and then not want him to hunt a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's how hunting works. That's how hunting works. Like you have to be deceptive. You have to be secretive. You have to be discreet. You can't be out in the open. You really think motherfucking a lion is? I know women lion hunt and bring it back, but sticking with that, when they hunt, they stay low to the earth. They tread lightly, and then they pounce when the time is ready. You don't know the shit's coming. Same shit with the reality of what we do. So when we charm, we seduce, and we have ill intentions. It is what it is because you can't charm and seduction don't go with good intentions. It's a crazy paradox. Like we'll ask the question like, "What are your intentions?" Fathers ask, "What are your intentions with my daughter?" Nigga, you know what my intentions are with your motherfucking daughter, nigga. Don't even ask that motherfucking question. Same thing. Your intentions were with her mama. You feel me? Same thing. Your intentions were with every woman you've been with, nigga. I got the same motherfucking intentions. You know why? Because our standard is set this way. Because we don't choose to break the cycle by continuing to instill anything positive in the boys to actually have a good conversation with a woman and actually fuck with a woman who is in line with who he is. Because he doesn't know who he is, he has to charm her according to what he feels this woman has to like. So a lot of us develop into characters that are not real for us, but we stay in the character mode so much we don't know how to screen cut when the scene is over. But before we dive heavy into that, be sure to follow me on Instagram at underscore just underscore scene underscore. Be sure to check out my website at iamjustscene.com to get all things that are just seen. So all those who tip, donate, and sponsor the podcast, you are greatly, 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 greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. To all those who would like to tip, donate, and sponsor the podcast, you can do so by clicking the link in the description of the podcast. Not this episode, but the podcast itself. And as always, Cash App and PayPal are just fine. So that's that for this, and that's this for that. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna dive into frail conversations, frail conversations, charm, seduction, and intentions. And don't forget to visit iamjustseen.com. There, you can get all things just seen. You want to add the Frail series to your library? Visit iamjustseen.com. You want to learn how to master the markets for serious trading and investing? Visit iamjustseen.com. You want to get your hands on some exclusive merch like tees, hoodies, coffee mugs, hats, bags? Visit iamjustseen.com. Are you thinking about transitioning into the plant-based lifestyle? Visit iamjustseen.com. You ever want to just chat with Scene about anything from simple advice to mentorship? Visit iamjustseen.com. Anything and everything that is me, you can find at iamjustseen.com. So take a quick peek into my world to see why being just seen is nothing less but always more. Because you never really know what you need until you see it, and you will never see it unless you visit iamjustseen.com. All right. Welcome back. Welcome, Bizak. And without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. Now, I know a lot of people, especially my brothers, they be like, you seen, you always telling shit because you ain't in the game no more. I know. So, nigga, even when I was in the game, I would still tell the shit and I would still dunk on motherfuckers because I feel like you need to be aware of the full game you playing with. I got homegirls when I was like 16, 17. I put my homegirls onto the game, right? Now, when I put them on the game, I told them, I was like, look, I want you to know the game so you can avoid the traps that these niggas gonna set for you and shit. But they used the game and they was pimping. I was like, no, y'all did it wrong. This fucked up. But then I realized, damn, I'm fucked up. If I'm telling them that they're fucked up for playing the game that I'm playing on them, it's not right. It's not right. So I snitch. I tell. You feel me? You at least you feel me. If I'm at least gonna put the game out there, if they don't listen to it, that's dead horses in water. Y'all know how I vibe, but at least I said it. You feel me? So I can absolve myself. You feel me? But this, I want to set the tone because it's like this is cultural. We're culturally designed to charm, seduce with ill intentions. Charm and seduce with ill intentions. And a lot of women think, oh, he's really into me. We have to get to that point where we really fuck with you. And we don't care. We be in that standoffish stage. And as my brothers, we can attest to this. We have that transitional moment where there's that one woman, we call her the one that got away, where we couldn't charm her, we couldn't seduce her, and we, no matter what and we actually had to change to have good intentions. See, when you have good intentions, charming and seduction are not even in your mind. It's not even a codified reality because you're actually spending time to get with this person. You're not just, in the space where in this 5-minute window of me seeing you for the first time. Like, think about that. Women, again, they set a fucking standard that violates and conflicts with their realities. You feel me? Give me a man who's confident. Give me a man who's this and the third. Y'all set the standard for us to get your number the first time we see you. And then you get mad when we do it. Then you wonder why we ended up lying and all this other shit when we did it. Cause I had 5 minutes to get your fucking number. I might not see you again. Now, women get fake numbers and all this other goofy shit, but that ties into the full dynamic. I have to charm you in such a way. I have to sit, so off rip, first presentation, I have to be 100% dressed down. You feel me? I got to be 100% on point when I speak to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like my shoes got to be on point, my pants, my shirt, all of that shit. Everything has to be 100% on point. And then I got to be confident enough in it. So that means I have to practice wearing it. I have to wear it all the time. So that means this has to be my attire. I can't just have on an outfit one time. And that's another thing that dudes be a lot. Hear me, brothers. Y'all be fucking up because y'all be wearing shit you're not comfortable in. That's why the charming doesn't work. That's why the seduction doesn't work. I'm not condoning any of this shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning any of this shit or validating and say go with this, but I'm letting you know right now this is why it doesn't work, because you're not comfortable in what you're doing. You're not comfortable in what you're wearing. And that's the start of the shit. You look like you don't need to be wearing that shit because you don't wear it enough. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all try to bypass that shit. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of money on this shirt or these pants or whatever the case may be. I seen a dude in the club with $1,000 shirt and the motherfucker looked like a Muppet. He told me, yo, this shit fire. This shit a band. You can't even afford this shit. Bitch, you look stupid in it. The fuck? That's not what you like. You so worried about showing how much money you have when you really just showed how much money you spent, which shows your financial literacy. That automatically takes you out of the game, my guy. Depending on which type of women you're looking at. Depending on which type of women you're looking at. And this goes into which type of women that you're looking at. Like we have dudes complaining about, okay, all women want money. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. All women want money. And if the women are listening, I do not. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All women want money. But there's a dynamic to it. The opposite sides of the same coin. On one side of the coin, you have gold diggers. On the other side of the coin, you have financially stable. Us as men have not sat down with ourselves and seen the difference between a gold digger and a woman who wants financial stability. You feel me? And I know this because it's the way in which we present ourselves. You cannot be that you're gonna attract the gold digger when you the type of motherfucker who's gonna go buy this tacky ass $1,000 shirt because it's $1,000. That's who you're gonna find, the gold digger. She's gonna be the motherfucker who takes your money. You know why? Because she's not gonna be an investment. So you're gonna charm and you're decorating yourself to charm and seduce her. You feel me? On the other side of that, that same financially stable woman who sees you buy, she's not gonna fuck with you because why would you pay $1,000 for a shirt that you're only gonna wear once? I get it. Y'all hear rappers say it. We hear rappers say it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't even wear the same shit twice. I do. I'm sorry. I'm financially literate. I'm financially stable. I cannot function in that capacity anymore. I'm not wearing shit one time. The fuck? I'm gonna ride the bitch till the wheels fall off. You got me fucked all the way up. But I had to get to that point. You feel me? A lot of us, I'm 32. A lot of motherfuckers are well older than me and still ain't got to that point. You feel what I'm saying? And they're mad. Why can't I only attract gold diggers, man? These bitches only want my money. What these bitches want? Because no, these bitches don't only want your money. You only want bitches that want your money. Because you don't want women that are financially stable enough to help you secure your money. You feel me? So you approach the women, your charm and seduction and the intentions that we have, it makes us go towards and gravitate towards women who are going to be spenders rather than investors. There's a whole different dynamic. If she's willing to spend money, that means if she's willing to spend money, that means she's also willing to spend time because time is money. You feel me? And if you're willing to blow money, that means you're willing to blow time because time is money. So you have to look for it. So you can't take that energy towards a woman who wants to invest time because time is money, which means she's not going to blow money. She's going to grow money because time is money, my guy. So when we're taught to charm and seduce motherfuckers, we're not charming and seducing motherfuckers who look for investing in relationships. We looking for the people who spend in relationships, and we get upset at the gold digger. Gold diggers are easy to charm. It's like fucking trust me. So that's why a lot of niggas lead with that shit because they think all women are gold diggers because they don't understand the capacity of all women want money and they don't know that has a duality to it. So they think, oh, she's gonna be a gold digger. I could throw a couple dollars at her and this is what it is. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's different. So for those type of women, you have to charm and seduce. So now some of us do slip through the cracks and we get through the women who are, they're looking for that financial stability and we're still in that space of, you feel me? So there's levels to how we have to charm. On the basic level, charm with some money. If that's how you choose to charm, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this, I got that. Like we're taught from a young age, you know what I'm saying? You have to, be overly aggressive. That's a way to charm or I can fight. And then, just the way in which you flirt and call it. When I was young, I used to call all the girls beautiful when I was in between the ages of like 13 and 15, 13 and 14, 13 and 15. I'd be like, yo, what's up, beautiful? That was charm and seduction like a motherfucker. I ain't give a fuck if I wanted some ass. I wanted the fuck. Like that's really what it was. I didn't give a fuck if they were like a lot of them really weren't quote unquote beautiful. In hindsight, they are because now I see the soul of those people. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to look back like that was a beautiful motherfucking soul. And I play her. She really, really fucking liked me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was what it was. I was so busy chasing the next prey. You feel me? The next prey. Women be thinking, "Ooh, he loved me. He liked me. He was chasing on me. He was in my DMs. He used to try to talk to me." I didn't fuck though, so I used to try to talk to you, but you know what I'm saying? They be like, they be overextending certain shit, and it's like, nah, because you just caught the charm that I was trying to put on you. And as men, this is like tying into the thing of why we lie, like because we always have to practice charm and seduction. Because look, on the real, we never know when we gonna run into the one. But it's like, will I be prepared enough to have the conversation I need to close her, to get her number the moment I see her? But that's a double-edged sword because we are also in the space of knowing that none of these hoes are the one. And I'm using that shit for dramatic effect. We are approaching this situation like, man, fuck that. Like, you can potentially be it, but I still got to keep my game sharp for when she comes. You feel me? As somebody who is, like I said, I've never been in a space where it was ever difficult for me to get a phone number ever. You feel me? And I've been in that space because of practice. Practice. When I consider like something that I talk about forgetting my body count. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how many women I've had sex with in my life, but comparing how many, like, you got to think about it like from a sales funnel perspective if you're an entrepreneur or whatever the case may be. But you're gonna close about anywhere between 3 to 7% of the interactions of the people. Like, there, say if you meet 100 people, 3 to 7%, that means 3 to 7 people are gonna buy from you out of 100 people. So let's tie this into our charm and seduction reality. So I lost count of how many women I've had sex with, right? But that goes to the dynamic of how many women I've spoken to and had conversations with, exchanged numbers with, and gone through this entire process. Because it's a funnel. It's a funnel. This is why, like, yo, why are men good? Why can men be good at sales? We practice all the time because we got to close women. If you can get a woman's phone number, if you can fuck a woman, you feel me? And not just like, and that's the levels to it. If you can fuck a good woman or whatever the case may be, the the levels in which you had to go down as a man to get to that point is purely charm, seduction, and with bad intentions, which is foul, which is very foul. We don't need to be moving in that dynamic and in that space of time, but that's what we're programmed to do. So consider like dudes that brag about how the body counts. How many women have they interacted with as a whole to be able to have this body count? Because the funnel is, I got to get your number. First, before I even got to get your number, I got to get your attention. I got to get your attention first. Attention is hard. A woman's attention is hard to get. If you've been getting a woman's attention, you don't really realize how hard it is to get. You feel me? But a woman's attention is hard to get. Why? Because you have to be attractive and you have to be well put off rip. Off rip. You have to be attractive and you have to be well put together. You feel me? And those levels change as you go through the different phases of life. You feel me? So and when I'm expressing this dynamic, I'm expressing it from the perspective of I've always been in this space. When I was a teenager, I dressed a certain way, but it was always following the fashion and following the things that makes me that appeal. I also I'm attractive, physically attractive. You know what I'm saying? I'm tall. I check off a lot of shit. So off rip, I'm already in the dynamic. You feel what I'm saying? So I can already get the attention. Once you get the attention, you have to keep the attention to get the number. You feel me? After you get the number, you have to keep the number. And then you have to nurture the relationship in order to have sex. I was not bullshitting when I said I had moments. I had a pocket of time between like 15, the year 15 to 16, I was experimenting, but I was trying it between 15 and 16 to put women on a 3-day plan. I've had a nice little run of putting girls on a 3-day plan. So it was so bad that I even ended up writing a song about it. And it was called Find 'em, Fuck 'em, Forget 'em. I'm not proud of that shit. I'm also not ashamed of it because it was a part of my life. And I can give y'all this game right now to let us know that this is not right. We need to stop it. But it was in that time frame, I would meet him, I get the number and shit. Literally, the next day, I can talk to him. This is where the charm and seduction, my shit was so on point. By the third day, I'm fucking. And it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? There's no pressure or nothing. Like, no, I mean, I'm really fucking them to the point where their whole shit opened up. And it's like, because I know the body and the anatomy. So I know what's up with when a woman really wants to fuck. Like, it was really that. So now I'm tying that back into where you have to get the woman's attention. You have to keep her attention. You have to get the number. You have to keep the number. You have to nurture the relationship. And you know what I'm saying? Some of us are like, so that's why women, oh, I got to put you on a 90-day 90-day plan. Don't work if I really want the ass. Like, it don't work. If I really want to fuck, I will wait the 90 days. But in between time, I'm fucking other women. So that 90 days doesn't bother me. You think it bothers me, but it doesn't bother me because it's like, I can put you to the back burner till you're ready. What the fuck? You don't have to know about these other women because that's a part of the charm and seduction, which is fucked up because it has the ill intentions of you're not giving the woman the choice. You're taking her choice away from her. But at the same time, it's like you're taking my choice away from me. I know women probably ain't gonna want to hear that shit. But yeah, by putting me on a 90-day rule, you're taking my choice away. Because you're not telling me straight up, yo, I want to figure these things out first before I do it. You're just saying, I'm gonna make you wait. You're gonna get it, but I'm gonna make you wait. Okay. You feel me? I know that sounds toxic to put it in that space and make it seem like, oh, that's the woman's fault. Or that you're a hornball. No, it's not. It's everybody's fault why men are hornballs. Even to this day now, like women are still will still expect a sexualized man. You feel what I'm saying? Like nowadays, like I don't know what the fuck happened to the women and shit. I mean, I don't even know modest type shit, but it's like they think like one of the craziest paradoxes that I've ever experienced was when I became celibate. Like I've actively been celibate for 6 years now, right? And I get more pussy thrown at me now than I ever did when I was sexually active. It's like they think they be on some shit like, oh, you're not fucking anybody, so I could fuck you. It's like, wow. You know, I get spazzed on and shit because it's like, yo, not fucking everybody's cool to you, not fucking them either. Because now the roles are switched. And now because I was on the other end of the charm and seduction, I know when I'm being charmed and seduced. You can't flatter me, baby. You can't tell me, oh, you so fine. You did. I know. I know. I know. I know you. I know. I know. You feel me? And it's like, as a man, you get that front put up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I want you, so that means you're supposed to want me because I am a woman. These motherfucking sister circles done fucked a lot of women's heads up. These motherfuckers are like, oh, yo, girl, you the prize. You the prize. You the prize until a man finds value in himself. I'm gonna say that shit. My brother's like, the moment we find our value and we know our worth and we hold ourselves to that standard and shit, women ain't the prize no more, and they hate that. They hate that because now they're like, well, if that's the case, yeah, now you're gonna end up going to the dudes who can only charm and seduce you because you really and truly have never prepared yourself to fuck with a man who values himself as the prize. And it's like, oh, that men ain't supposed to. Why are we not supposed to? I tell motherfucker like my dick is special. Everybody can't have it. I joke and I have the funny moments and shit, but this is a true reality. I said there's women that can say they fuck Ray Ray. There's women that can say they fuck Curtis, but not many women can say. Well, matter of fact, I don't think any motherfucking woman can say they fuck Racine. Haven't, because that's the mature me. That was the me that became celibate. I was like, yo, it's you feel me. A lot of them have. I no, you didn't. You either fucked Ray Ray or Curtis. You didn't fuck Racine. That's a whole different. You know what I mean? It's different. You feel me? Well, let me say one. Okay, one woman did get through the cracks, and we ain't fuck, but she gave me some top, so she can say yeah, yeah. But why would she want to say that? Like I top Racine off anyway. Anyway, this is toxic a little bit because this is still Frail conversations. Women ain't supposed to be here anyway. So when we are in that space of knowing our worth, right? We can spot charm and seduction. Why? Because we spent all of our lives charming and seducing. Women don't get that part. It's like now the women are in the, oh, we're gonna embrace sexuality. We want to do how these niggas do. We want to be able to do. We've already played the game, so we know the rules. Y'all are just getting in it. I don't give a fuck. Like, and when women think they're winning the game, it's because we're allowing them to win. Because it works. Like if you think it's like, damn, she wants to be sexualized. She wants to be in overset. I'm a play into it. Fuck. Now I think about this. I spent all of my life as a man. This is our subconscious and our unconscious logic. I spent all of my time as a man having to charm and seduce, and now they don't need me to charm and seduce them anymore. They just throw it to me under the guise of a moon ritual or whatever the case may be. I do whatever you want to. I get the fuck. So, que sera, sera, baby. Que sera, sera. You feel me? But I want to get back to the main point of this shit because it's like, this is how we thrive on our relationship. This is where it could become dangerous because when we can literally overlook a woman because of the charm and seduction we had to have just to try to fuck her. I've missed out on a lot of women. I missed out on a lot of women, but in my day's time, in the day's time, I've dodged a lot of bullets for the same thing. So, peep, right? In the early ages when I was just, fucking all the time before celibacy and all of this shit, like I missed, what I'm saying, on a lot of good women because it was like, I got to charm her. You didn't have to lie to me. You ain't have to do this. I didn't lie to you. Low key, no man ever really lies. We exaggerate the truth. Nigga, that's lying. It's not. It's not. I never actually told you false information. Women, if y'all are listening to this, because y'all know y'all shouldn't, I know, but y'all nosy. I love y'all. But look, y'all go back to the men that you quote unquote felt like lied to you. He didn't lie to you. He didn't. He didn't. He told you the truth, showed you the truth. You didn't see it. You feel me? He may have doctored it up in a way that was charming and seducing to he never lied to you. He told you every moment of, yo, this is what it's gonna be. It's like, I'm not ready for a relationship. Ooh, but well, why do you carry on? Because I have to charm you, because I want some yams. You feel me? And it could potentially get to the point if we can break down that barrier, but I don't have the intention to go into it good. You ever notice like women be like, I need a man who's a good conversationist who actually knows how to talk to me. My brothers, hear me well. We've all been in this situation. A lot of us are in it now. The woman we really want, we don't know how to talk to because our intentions aren't bad. Mind fuck, right? You ever like the woman that you couldn't get, the woman like you didn't know how to talk to her. You stuttered, you stammered, you didn't know how to keep the conversation going. You would have texted her what you doing every day because you really fucking wanted her. You didn't know how to charm her and seduce. Not only did you not know how to charm and seduce her, you didn't want to charm and seduce her. You actually wanted to have good intentions. So with the like that whole scenario is charm, seduction with bad intentions. When you have good intentions, the charm and seduction is automatically out of the window. We never been taught on how to communicate with women outside of that. So the women that we really want, we can't get. A lot of motherfuckers be missing that shit. They be like, yo, how he got all the hoes? He can get all the girl. That's the thing. I got all the hoes. What I deem as a hoe in my mind. I know how to charm and seduce. I do not know how to actually engage and healthily engage with good intentions. So I do stupid shit. I act like a fool. I laugh. I don't know how to initiate the conversation. I say stupid shit outside of my neck. And it's like, I don't know how to communicate with her because I really, really fuck with her. And women can't see that. Because women are they're outside of our box. So they like, I can't deal with a man who can't communicate right. I can't deal with a man who don't know who can't approach me the right way and say the right things. Why do you think we approach you and know how to say the right things? We practice, motherfucker. We know how to charm. We know how to seduce. That's where that element comes from. We're not in the same pocket of dealing with the women to say, hey, because you're not going to charm and seduce the woman that you really want to be with. Which is the purpose of this entire conversation, because it's like, yo, bro, that's why we are not happy in relationships. The women that we quote unquote settle for, we charmed and seduced. Give a fuck how bad she was. I don't give a fuck what her body was looking like. I don't like. We know. We know. I just seen a post the other day. The dude was like, um, he said he married. He said he settled for the woman that he married because he couldn't have his ex. He couldn't be with his ex. He said he'd rather be with his ex. Why would he rather be with his ex? Because that was the woman that he really wanted. He couldn't keep up with her. He didn't have to charm and seduce her. But the woman that I was able to charm and seduce, I don't want. It sucks. It sucks because it's like I don't have to. And so when women say, "Well, you don't talk to me the same way you used to," and we be like, "Duh, nigga, the fuck, I got the pussy," but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just fucking. It's deeper than actually getting the yams and getting the draws. You feel what I'm saying? What it really boils down to in the grand scheme of this, I don't have to charm and seduce you no more. I got you. The fuck? Women are their egos blind them from shit sometimes. So they'll tell us, "Oh, why don't you do this to me?" I don't have to do it anymore. Holding the door. You used to hold doors open for me. You used to do all of this shit because I was in the charming and seducing phase, but I had bad intentions. But I got you now. You're not going anywhere. So shut the fuck up. The woman I have good intentions for, I'm going to do that shit for all the fucking time. My brothers, we know. But that's the problem because we don't know how to approach that woman. The woman we can view and say, damn, I fucking want her so bad. Mm, what I got to do to get her? You feel me? You don't know. You don't know. The other women is like, I can charm and seduce you. The fuck? You feel me? Now, the other side of that is the quote unquote humbling thing that niggas be doing and shit. Like I don't know much about that because I've never tried to humble a woman or make her feel less than herself. But y'all do that shit, but it is tied to this shit too. Like when you see a woman that's beyond where you want to be, but you know that you want her, you just want her. Like that's why you try to knock her down a few pegs. Bitch, you ain't this, that, and the third. It's like nah, leave those type of women alone, bro. Because those are the women that when they get fucked up, it's different, bro. It's all fucked up when women get fucked up and shit. Don't get me wrong. But those type of women, you're fucking them up for the next man. If we supposed to be on some bro code, bros before hoes and shit, we got to put your bros before hoes. Look out for the bros then and stop damaging women. It's crazy, right? It's so simple. You feel me? Think about it. We put our homies over hoes. We put, you know what I'm saying, bros before hoes. We make sure the niggas come first and all the shit. I'm gonna ride for my niggas first before all of that shit. We say that shit. It's low key. It's low key sus, but we say all of that shit, and then we be like, "Yo, now we don't want to have to pay for the sins of another man." Yes, you are, and the plot twist is you're not paying for the sins of another man. You're paying for your own sins. You just can't face the person that you actually damaged anymore. So it comes in a new form. You're gonna reap what you sow. Oh man, I shouldn't have to fix the shit. I had to come to terms with that shit. Like I have fucked over so many women. I had disrespected and played so many motherfucking women. The relationship that I had in which that one, like, it gave me all of it because I'm a good learner. Unlike y'all motherfuckers, this is why I'm able to give y'all this game because it only takes me one time to touch the stove to know this high. So how the universe works for me is when I gotta learn a lesson, I get it right then. Boom, the whole thing. It's like I don't get it in parts because a lot of us get the shit in parts. Like we may have done this to this particular woman, we may have done this to this particular woman. So we go into the next phase. Like, no, it's like, all right, seeing you learn fast, you ain't hard headed, you gonna see everything. So we're just gonna give you everything right now. I got everything. I got all the smoke for all of the women that I did wrong. And the sad part about it, I realized what was happening while I was in a relationship with the woman. And I was like, damn, I did these women wrong. And I was trying to apologize. Some of them I didn't like, whew, it was it was literally so many that I knew that they were still on my social media and shit. I literally just had to make a post. The ones I couldn't get to, I just made a post that I apologized. Don't nobody want to be apologized to like that. Didn't make a difference. It was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, it's cool that but you already planted the seed for this. All of those actions that you've done prior to this, you've already planted the seed for that. It's coming, bro. It's coming. So I'm dealing with this woman. It's like, bam. Every when I like it was like when I was healing through the cheating, through the heartbreaking shit, I was like, damn. Like as I'm healing, these things are coming back. Like the things that I did, I was like, wow, I did do her like that. Oh, I damn sure did her like that. Ooh, I did her like that twice. Oh, damn it. I was like, It helped my pain because I was like, I brought this on myself. I brought this on myself completely. I can't even like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even get upset, tight, or anything because it's like I did it to myself. I planted the seed and this is the fruit, and now I gotta eat it. I gotta eat the fruit that I planted. And that a lot of us we can run from it until you're ready to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? I was fully ready to embrace it. I was like, you know what? I want to be a one woman man. Whatever comes, comes. I took that in. There's things that I got to deal with because even outside of relationships that I didn't do to women, there's things that we culturally contribute to that our women have to face. You feel me? Largely due to charm, seduction with bad intentions. You feel me? When they tell us that over 60% of our women have been sexually assaulted, yet we don't know what the fuck is going on, there's a disconnect somewhere. 60% of our women? That means literally just over every other woman has been sexually assaulted by the time she's 18 years old. How? Because there's a disconnect and, oh, she wanted it. No, you charmed and seduced her into believing she no longer wanted to participate anymore. But you didn't stop. I know y'all didn't think it was gonna go this way. Come on, all this big homie talk. We gotta stop doing this shit. Because that's what the charm seduction with ill intentions is doing. It's causing us to seduce and manipulate women into giving us something that they otherwise wouldn't give to us if they had the capacity to make the choice, which allows the 60% to be a reality. Because you may feel like you don't know nobody. You may feel like you have never done it. There's women that had never even said anything, but the perception that they feel this happened because they knew they were being like they were charmed and seduced. And we're thinking because we're not even realizing this charm and seduction, we think this is the way of life. That's what the problem comes into. Oh, nah, she wanted it, bro. No, she didn't want it. You approached her the way you think that you're supposed to approach women. I gotta lie, I gotta deceive, I have to speak a certain way, I gotta hype her head up, I gotta do all of these things, and now she doesn't want it anymore, but I'm already in it. You just let me put the head in. That's seduction. That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different level of violation because it's like, yo, she's already shown that she didn't like when you get to the point, it's like, yo, you bullshit. And when you start saying all of these different things, the charm and seduction now transitions into guilt trips. Because like, yo, I thought you fuck with me. I thought you wanted to be with like you man, you called me over here for this and all this shit. Yeah, yeah. Because the charm and seduction doesn't work, you use guilt. You use guilt. And those things are largely tied to how we're taught to communicate with women as a whole. Oh, nah, bruh. You listen to your big homies if you got them. Listen to how they told you to talk to women, if they told you anything. But a lot of us don't. We're talking about like I seen this post, and it was a woman saying um, something about getting tossed around or whatever the case may be. And I had to bring a perspective to it because it was like it's all fun and games until it. And I said, and I told my brothers, I was like, hey, broski, be careful because you can always get, the women were chiming in, and it was like, yeah, blah 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 blah. And I was like, see, this is where this is our communication barrier. Women feel before they think, men think before they feel, and because of how the presentation was, the women who were viewing that post were visualizing the men that they would allow to do that. So it's open realm for them. So when they're visualizing it, yeah, throw me the fuck around, pick me up, do what you got to do. Like, I'm not going to me too the nigga that I want to do that to me. The reason why I mentioned it for my brothers is because we think on our perspective that it's about, we envision the woman we want to do that to. Doesn't necessarily mean she wants to have that done to her by us. Yeah, I'm sitting with that dramatic pause because I have to make this connect for you guys sometimes because we get so wrapped up in I can do whatever. You can't. You can't. That post was very powerful because it's like While the women, like I said, they were all throw me around, this, that, because they're envisioning the man that they would allow to throw them around. And not on any funny shit, because it was my post. I interact with some of the women that, like, I knew that they were envisioning that I could do some shit like that. And I could possibly, if they were allowing me, but I know the dynamic and I've learned it well how to balance between both of these realities, because I'm looking at my brothers and say, bro, she has to want it from you. No matter, and that's where our problem comes in, because we think every woman wants that. We think that every woman that we want wants us. So when we see shit like this, it's like, yeah, you feel me? Women want to be thrown around. Women want to be do this. No, women want to be thrown around by the man that they want to be thrown around by. We want to throw around every woman. See the disconnect? See the problem? See how this ties into charm, seduction, and intentions and bad intentions? Because we are taught that. One of my conversations with my big homie, he's telling me about, yeah, when you fucking with a woman and she doing this and she doing that and she flowing this, it's like, no, those are the women that you fuck with that allow you to do that shit. That's not the case for all of them. So I can't do the same shit for all of them. It's not hard, y'all. But it can become easier if we chose to actually speak to women, like actually speak, not talk and try to seduce and get, like, no, actually speak to them. Because it's a fine line between when it's, then we get caught up in she wanted it. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Because now it goes back to the levels of what I was talking about. You got to get the woman's attention. You got to get all these different things. There's a funnel you got to go down before a woman can actually. But we manipulate that funnel by charm and seduction. We actually run down and make them say, "Hey, you feel me? You want to fuck me, yo? I know you do." Rather than actually going for women who want to fuck. But you know why we can't just go for women who only want to fuck? Because with their perception of, oh, they hoes, oh, they this. And not only that, they can run game better than us. Because when I tell people I retired 2 jerseys, and it's funny, but it's real. I retired I had a run before I got into a serious relationship, then I had a run afterwards and shit. I'm on some Kobe shit, 8 and 24. And then the stats were almost comparable, but the reality is that in those regards, I never only got the ones that wanted me. I also got the ones I wanted. That's why the game was different for me. Most of us are only going to seduce and charm the ones that want us. And that's when we get into the dynamics of she wanted it. Nah, you charmed and seduced the woman who wanted you and put her in a situation where she might not have been able to say no, or maybe felt that she couldn't say no because you knew she wanted you and she didn't want to lose you. Yeah, this big homie talk today. Real big homie talk today. So you exploited that. She didn't want to lose you. And now you're saying she wanted it. No, she wanted you doesn't necessarily mean she wanted to go that far with you. You feel me? So now when we looking at how does 60% of black women get sexually assaulted and nobody knows what's happening? Well, why didn't she say anything to the police? If that's what it is, because at the same time, she still liked you, nigga. A lot of times people be thinking that when it comes to sexual assault towards women, it is largely tied into some overbearing, aggressive shit being thrown around, clothes being snatched off. No, sometimes it's very subtle and she's just uncomfortable in it. And it's in her uncomfortability that she's conflicted because she really likes you. Charm and seduction only works on the women that we know like us, not on the women that we like, that we possibly couldn't get. Those are the women that we cuss out. Those are the women that we get arguments with and be like, oh, bitch, you ain't shit anyway. I was gonna make you look good. Those are those women because we can't charm and seduce them. You know why? Because they don't already like us. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all niggas got game. You think. And the reason why I'm able to say this because I've also gotten the women that I liked. There's never been a type like I brag and well, it's really not bragging because it's the truth. You feel me? I've never really been in a space where I couldn't get women, and that was off even any dynamic. I can always get the ones that wanted me, of course, but I can also get the ones that I wanted because I realize I can't charm and seduce those women. Those are the women who I actually have to, oh, damn, you are a really interesting person. I have to make them like me. Those are the different conversations you got to have because you cannot charm and seduce. I can't come to them like, yo, baby, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I had to realize that. I realized that having a real natural organic conversation is what led to that. But now tying it into the full dynamic of what it is that we're discussing, when we're looking at how the women are being sexually assaulted, but we don't know who's sexually assaulting them. And it's like, nah, bro, she wanted that shit. Nah, it's you only fuck with women who want like you gotta, in order to truly see it, you have to be in a space where you can now fuck with women who want you. I mean, women who you want and comfortably get them. Don't stammer. Don't like that confidence. Like this is why, like my confidence and my standard is so simple, so powerful because it's like I've been on the other side. A lot of us as men, because of the charm and seduction in which like we only fuck with the women who are going to accept us. We can't, and this is why we don't overcome rejection, right? I've been saying this for a long time, and this is a theme that's going to tie into here. You have to learn to accept their rejection. You feel me? So what that means is that you're not going to get them all. I tell the story, and this is a very true story, and it was crazy how it happened because I spazzed. Like I didn't spaz on Shorty or anything like that. I almost said it, but I didn't spaz on Shorty and everything. I could have, and all of the signs expected was in where I was like, so I'm trying to, speak to her, whatever the case may be. And she was like, okay. She said she's not interested or some shit like that. I said, okay, cool, that's fine. And then I walked away, and she was like, wait a minute, come back, come back. I was like, what? She was like, I did not expect it to go that way. Expected to go what way? Like you really just like, yeah, I mean, I can accept rejection because I can get the ones I want. I've never had a problem getting the ones I want. So when I didn't get the one that I wanted, it was okay. Because I don't know you. For all I know, you could be crazy as shit. And I have to get to that point of understanding those. So the rejection is easy for me. I live in a new philosophy of life that I started back in like 2012. I was like 22, 23. I live by oh wells, not what ifs. So that doesn't plague my mind, and I don't feel like I have to overexert myself to try to get the number, whatever the case may be, to speak to her. It's a dangerous story because it's like if you're not giving back what I'm giving you, I can just walk away that quick. Like, oh, he ghost. I didn't ghost you. I felt your vibe. I'm not about to like the fuck you got me fucked up. And this is where it comes in to the women, men are supposed to pursue. Women are used and don't even realize this, but they're used to being pursued by men that they like, that they would give into. They're not used to being pursued by men who like them. Hey, bro, for real though, at some point we gotta stop talking to women about masculinity and start talking to each other about it. And I mean really talk to each other. Not as enablers and co-signers, but as men trying to reach the pinnacle of our essence. And that's what the So Frail series does. So Frail 1 is the definition. So Frail 2 is the acknowledgement. And So Frail 3 is the resolution. If you rock with the So Frail conversations, I can guarantee you will rock with the So Frail series of books. So visit IamJustSaying.com right now so you can add the series to your library. I promise you will never look at masculinity the same again, and you're going to stop wasting your time arguing with women about it. This is a conversation that men need to have between men, and it's time we start having this conversation now. Why? Because it's an awkward conversation. They don't know how to speak correctly. They don't know how to they be thinking that a man is intimidated. No, he really likes you. That's really what it is. We really like them when we're really fucking liking them, but we don't know how to have that. Oh, he ain't got the confidence to talk to me. The only motherfuckers who got the confidence to talk to you are the fuckboys who are going to seduce you. Crazy paradox. And it's a crazy plot twist, but that is the reality that we live in. So tying it back to the story, Shorty was like, yeah, come back. She was like, I said, no, you. And she was like, I think, she said, I don't want your number now. But I know, but you just told me that you didn't want to give it to me and you were not interested. You can't be interested now because I'm walking away from you and I didn't spaz on you. Well, you know how to know. There is no well, you fucked that up. That's not my fault that you expected me to be something else that I wasn't. So we gotta, Damn, I can't. Yes, damn. Because now I have to. Because if I am to succumb to that, now I have to look at the fact that you're gonna play games with me. You're gonna do one thing. I'm gonna do something. You're gonna do one thing to test me to see if I'm really. I don't need to be tested. I don't, and I'm not going to be tested. But this comes because I am able to accept the rejection. That's what I'm telling my brothers. Get to a point where you can learn to accept their rejection. So when they do tell you no, it's okay. But that comes with practicing and being in a space where you're not seducing and trying to charm women. You are actually involving yourself with women who you like. None of us like the women that we have to charm us. That's what this whole men and women like. These are the conversations they're not able to have because they're missing it. Like literally, it's like 1,000 podcasts out right now that are talking about men in this, women this, and it's like it's two motherfuckers that don't even like each other. That's where the problem is coming in. That's where the problem is coming in. These women that are on these podcasts saying these niggas ain't shit, these niggas ain't shit, these are the men that they like. These are the men that they're like. And the men that they like don't like them because I cannot charm and seduce a woman who I like. It's simple. But the men are scared to say it because it's like, I have to admit that every woman that I've involved myself with, I really had a problem with and I didn't fucking like her, but she was easy. Because now I have to express the fact that, lady, you were easy. Now the woman's gonna feel disrespected. Like some woman's like, you didn't even fuck. Like, what are you talking about? I was easy. You were easy to charm and seduce. And it was too easy. As a man, like I said, who has gotten numbers off both perspectives, who has gotten the attention, who has closed the deals, who's gotten to the point, like, I don't say it in a way in which I'm proud of, but I'm also not ashamed of it. Again, I'm gonna repeat that and reiterate that time and time again. I've had sex with so many women that I forgot to count. But that's a testament to how many women I have involved myself with and have moved down the bottom of the funnel. Largely, most of them were charmed and seduced, but there was a few that I actually liked. Those women that I was like, yo, put them on a 3-day plan, they liked me. That's the thing I never said. I never said that I put women on a 3-day plan who did not like me or who I had to make like the ones that I really liked. I didn't like the ones who liked me because they liked me. Crazy paradox, I know, but it's like it's easier to fuck with you because you like me. It's easier to charm and seduce you. Then I can tell you, hey, beautiful, good morning, love. How you doing? That's why women be like, oh, those good morning, beautiful texts because I can't. I'm not seducing you with them. You don't call me more. You don't talk to me more. I have to get to that point. It's like that's why I have to what you doing you to death because I need to know what you're doing because when I know what you're doing, then I'm able to converse with you better. I know that's a moment of silence because I know y'all in this motherfucker listening. So I need y'all to get that message right here before I talk to my brothers again. When we send these what you doing texts, when we don't understand, when we struggle communicating, it's because we really like them. And we can't charm and seduce them because we don't have bad intentions in that one. There's the ones I just want to fuck. I just want to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Our problem comes in when we get to the point where the women just want to fuck back. Now women have gotten to the point, oh, I just want to fuck niggas. Niggas just want to fuck, then I just want to fuck too. You got the hot girl summer, you got the Meg Thee Stallions, the Cardi B's, and all these motherfuckers hyping your asses up, and nobody's actually having a real conversation of why this is even possible in the first fucking place. All of the women who get fucked over by men who they like. And now the truth is coming out. I'm like, man, I'm convinced men don't like women. Men are gay. Men are no. That's a lot of it. That's not the case. A lot of it is the fact that men know that we can only charm and seduce women who like us, and our communication is taught that way. Sad part about it, women even have told us on how to actually charm and seduce y'all. The fuck, you feel me? The fuck, like I always used to wonder, like, why we go to men and ask how they talk to women. It wasn't like I'm telling you, my conversation with women changed when I started asking. Like, motherfuckers used to be like, "Yo, you a hoe? You always got women in your space." Yeah, because I listen to women. If I was gonna be better at getting women that I liked, I had to talk to women. I couldn't ask dudes about because the dudes can only tell me about women who like them. Seduction. Yo, when she fucking with you like this, you got to be bye bye bye. You got to do this and third because it's seduction. The big homies that when I used to, I'd be like, "Oh, these are only the women that like you." You don't have to put in any effort for that. Like motherfuckers be thinking, "Yeah, I get all the hoes, I get all the girls, I can do this." And it's a different dynamic when you can get the girls that you like. I'm a goat with that shit. Like I said, I retired 2 jerseys. So I've equally put in the same work to get the women that like me, easy. And I've equally put in the work to get the women that I liked, easy too. But I had better relationships and better, like the women that I actually like, we're still friends now. We have an amicable relationship. Like we're not like on some, we call and talk to each other every day, but we're still following each other and we're friends on all social media platforms that we're on and shit. We laugh and we joke and we engage with each other. We don't have any bad blood with each other. The women that I didn't like, that I just trying to seduce because they like me, they coming back. Like I didn't wrong them all the way. You feel me? They still speak on a regular basis and shit, but at the end of the day, it's different. I remember I just rekindled a relationship with a old, like, she was following me on Instagram or whatever, and she just hit me up randomly, and I was like, "Hey, what up, man?" It's like I used to insult her to her face, like I used to call her fathead. I used to call her fathead, but like, and she let me. They was like, and I used to say certain shit, certain rude, disrespectful shit, and it was like, "Yo, bro, why you let?" She let me, nigga. I don't like her. She likes me. And then on top of that, I was heartbroken at the time. So that was some fucked up shit. But it's like we rekindled this shit in the like one of the first, like we exchanged numbers and shit. Let's catch back up. I got some news right off of the bat. Ain't shit changed. I'm that nigga, bro. I've been that nigga. But that's where the problem was because it was like those are the different dynamics. Those women that I actually liked, that I had to get to like me. Like people be looking at like I'm a one-sided type motherfucker when I'm like, okay, make me like you back. I would tell a woman that shit. Make me like you back because I've experienced women who made me like them back. I mean, I've experienced women who I had to make like me back. Oh yeah, I'm into you. I'm fucking with you. You bad. You this, that, and the third. But now I have to show you why I can use somebody that, you know what I'm saying? We had those real conversations, not the little flirty shit. Oh, yo, you so bad. You this, that, and the third. It's like, when I actually break down and I show myself, that's why I tell people I want you to have the capacity to be you. My brothers, you got to get to a point where first you know yourself and you fully understand who the fuck you are. You're not gonna be seducing and shit when you really know who you are, because then you just emulating another motherfucker who's getting it. But when you truly know who you are, then you have the confidence to present yourself to somebody. The reason why I was able to get the women who I wanted to, because I knew how to put myself on display to show this woman. So if I got rejected showing myself, it's like, oh, that's cool with me. You know why? I can accept that rejection because I knew who I was. You don't like what I am. That's a problem, because that means that whatever I bring to the table, whatever I bring to the forefront is going to be a problem for you because you don't like it. And that's okay. You feel me? We get so wrapped up in having to have every woman. That's why we don't understand and get to a point where we can be comfortable with ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? Some women like coffee. You can be green tea. Stop getting mad. She's a coffee drinker. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, I'm gonna tie that metaphor to what I was saying with the shorty who was like, I'm not interested. She drinks coffee. I'm tea. I'm not mad. That's like if when we put it down in regular conversations, like if I go up to the shorty and I'm like, yo, you want some tea? No, I only drink coffee. Okay. I'm gonna walk off. So then, like I said, when she, oh damn, I didn't even think it was gonna go like that. Blah blah blah. Here, you can. I don't want your number now. You drink coffee. I'm tea. I don't want you drinking me. Cause what? You gonna spit me out? You just told me you don't like tea. You only fuck with coffee. I'm not coffee. That's okay. You feel me? But because you can't accept rejection, because we haven't learned to accept rejection as a whole as men, that's why we can. Bitch, why you don't like tea? Nigga, damn, is you tea? I'm coffee. I like coffee. Nah, bitch, you supposed to like tea because I'm fucking tea. I can't be coffee. So either you're gonna try to become coffee rather than accepting that you're tea. I know I'm cold with metaphors. Like it makes that much more sense, don't it? But you have to know yourself. You have to know that you're tea. A lot of us ain't in that space. So because we don't know that we're in that space, we're gonna make you. I'm tea, but I'm gonna make you feel like I taste like coffee. Wait a minute, this coffee tastes different. I know it's a different type of coffee. Charm and seduction. You feel me? It's easy to get a motherfucker to drink tea who likes tea. I don't have to do no work when you like tea. You feel where I'm coming from with this? Charm and seduction is so easy. It's like, oh, she really likes me, bro. So I give her what she likes. That's why one of the scariest things is like the whole sapiosexual era that popped up and shit. I was one of I was one of the forefronts of that motherfucker. Not in the sense of, you know what I mean, like I was a face of the shit or no shit like that. I don't mean it like that. But I mean like a lot of the women I was in it, a lot of women was coming on to me because it's like, oh, I'm sapio too. I love your mind. Everybody love how smart you are until they see the totality of it. I didn't use it to seduce a motherfucker. If you wrong, you wrong. If like there's certain shit that's like, so women couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I would tell them motherfucker, nude, stop. Like that shit, like the women that actually liked me, right? I had to say, yo, you gotta make me like you back. I know what you like me for. You like me for the shit I can't turn off. I'm very intelligent and I know that's what you like, right? Show me why your intelligence is comparable with mine. Not just that you're infatuated with how smart I am. Not that you're just enticed by my intellectual capacity. Can you match it? That's where the problem comes in. Because a lot of women be on some shit like, oh, damn, I didn't know anything about that. And it's like, and they start to feel like I'm doing them wrong. You making me feel, I've had a woman tell me, you make me feel stupid. I said, I didn't make you feel shit. That was self-inflicted, baby. That was self-inflicted. What do you mean it was? I didn't make you feel stupid. I was just by me being if me being myself makes you feel stupid, we don't need to fuck with each other. Nah, it's making me better. No, no, don't plead and dance around the question so you can try to stay in the situation. Address it for what it is. Accept this rejection because it's gonna make you feel stupid the whole time. And then you're gonna make it look like I'm the bad guy when it's all said and done, when it's not really me. But there are those men who have flipped the game that way. The whole conscious drop knowledge shit, a lot of these niggas really wasn't fucking smart. I'm telling you, these niggas wasn't really smart. They would just regurgitate. A lot of them were stealing the shit from me. That's how I know. I said, yo, I know you didn't study that because you don't even know where to go to study it. Because when I asked you these questions, you do your own research. I did, bitch, and you stole it from me. That's why I'm asking you. Do you know what you're talking about? But that is a part of the seduction. When you know that the era is like that whole black woman is God thing, seduction. Charm and seduction. You knew that black women no longer like to be called bitches and hoes. And if you call them God, the highest supreme deity, and they want to be wanted, come on, bro. That shit was easy. That's why I maintained a bit of decorum that I had. I was like, I'm not calling y'all queens. I'm not calling y'all because that is charm and seduction. I've been trying to get y'all game this whole motherfucking time. But did you want to listen to me? No. Because it's like, oh, that's not fair. I'm calling you king. You can't seduce me, baby. You can't charm and seduce me because I was a charmer and a seducer. I know what the shit looks like and I know what your intentions are. You just want to fuck. Say that. Say that. Just say that. My brothers get to the point of saying that, but you can't say that because that requires you to not be yourself. Because you like, yeah, I just want to fuck. But then you have to realize, damn, I just want to fuck. I really don't like you. That's a crazy reality. You putting your dick in something you don't like. What does that say? What testament does that say to you, bro? You know that the fact that you have to charm and seduce somebody and you can do it so well because you playing like and you just want to fuck, you just want to put your dick in something. What does that say about you? You really do not like this person, but you're willing to put your life force organ into this person. Niggas. That's why charm and seduction really don't work. Not for the longevity. We are building relationships. Motherfuckers are having kids solely off charm and seduction. Women are on some, why do men leave? How come they leave their kids alone or whatever the case may be? And they will leave their kids alone for the sake of the woman and blame the baby mama why they're not in the child's life, not realizing that they didn't like the woman, so they don't like what came from the woman. Because they spent all that time charming, seducing somebody who liked them. That's why the women be like, I can't figure out why he did this to me and everything like that. Because you liked him and made it easy for him. Like, come on, bro. Like most niggas, their goal, I don't know what the fuck this is about. Me, I like protecting myself. I like my health. I value my health. So raw sex is a no. Like I can't do it if we're not on some shit. Like, you know what I mean? But the goal of a lot of men is to fuck you raw, just to feel some pussy without a condom. You can't do that with a woman that you like because it takes too much work to get her to the point to, it takes too much work to make her like you back. This ain't worth it. So I'm going to fuck with the woman who actually likes me and play on that. Seduce her. You feel me? I'm not going to put in the motherfucking work. Like that's what I said. That's why y'all dudes is corny. A lot of us is, you're corny to the point where you can't you can't get the woman that you want. So the woman that you want, you try to humble her, you try to make her feel a certain way. And this is why I always say I don't. And when they talk about submission, submission goes into this conversation. So, like, think about the context. Submissive women are easily seduced. I'm telling you this shit from experience, bro. Submissive women are easily seduced. It goes hand in hand. This ain't just the experience of, okay, these are just the women that you met. No, no, no. Even the women that I wouldn't cross the line with who will come to me, it's like, you're easily seduced. I'll be submissive to the right man. He can do this. The man that you like, you're willing to be submissive to. That does not say that, you feel what I'm saying? The women basically telling you, I can be submissive to the man that I actually like. But now they're getting hip to it of, but he gotta like me back or some shit like, nah, nigga, we just gotta seduce your goofy ass. You're already submissive. It's in your mind that you're already going to allow me to say and do it. You're gonna follow my lead, smarty. You're gonna follow my lead because you really like me. I don't even have to like you back. I just have to make it look like I do to get the yams, and I can leave you alone because you submitted. This is why when I tell people, I tell women, and I tell us as a whole, I said, naturally, men don't like submissive women. When we'll come to terms with the reality, you feel me? We don't naturally like submissive women. We fuck with submissive women because submissive women are easy. I get it. Women love that. I'm submissive. I care. I do all of these things. I want to be in my feminine energy. I want to do all this shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. We don't like you. But we're going to seduce you and we're going to capitalize on the fact that you want to be submissive. You feel what I'm saying? You want to be submissive. You want to behave a certain way. You want to behave according to my doctrine. You want to behave according to my rules and my standards to be led by me. And you're going to bitch the whole time. You're going to complain the whole time because you're going to complain the whole time if that person can't lead you right. Where the fuck are you going? Most of these women that are talking about being submissive, being led, don't even know where the fuck they're going. So they're being led by motherfuckers who can seduce them. Submission is crazy, right? So when I tell a motherfucker, I don't fuck with submission, I can't fuck with submissive women because why? Y'all are easily seduced. The very next nigga can come and do some shit that I may not be doing and take you from my hands. But when I'm at a position, this is why I tell people you don't fuck with submissive. I tell my brothers all the time, don't fuck with submissive women. You fuck with women that you don't fuck with women that gotta submit to you. Fuck with women that you gotta unleash. Those are women you actually like. When you bring out who she really is to the surface, she ain't going no motherfucking where. She can't be seduced. I'm because I played both sides of this fence. I'm telling you, the women that I could not get, or the women that is like I ran into the wall with, and it's like, yo, I couldn't unlock her. I couldn't bring the best out of her. You feel what I'm saying? Which means that in that same regard, those women that it was like, it wasn't so much about submission and it wasn't so much about being seduced. You feel me? Like the girlfriend that cheated on me, I no longer had a seducer. So because I no longer had a seducer, I didn't play a role. I didn't give a fuck. Oh, I'm bored. You're not telling me shit. It's like, yo, shut the fuck up. I got class in the morning. I got you. You're my girl now. The fuck? Like, what you mean? I didn't really catch it. And she told me she was a submissive woman. She don't mind being a submissive woman, but that goes hand in hand. Submissive women are easily seduced. The fact that it was like, yo, they were like, yo, how she end up cheating on you with a nigga that's beneath you? He could seduce her. He could seduce her because what she liked was what he was able to know. She told me she just wanted hood love and she'd never been from the hood. But I provided her with that hood love when we first started talking because that's how I seduced her. She seen me with the hoodie on and you know what I mean? The attention was there. I bagged her because of how I appeared. Oh, he a hood. Wait, you smart too? Oh, this is the type of nah, nigga, the fuck. But I never liked her back. I had to eat that. When I got cheated on, I had to eat that because I'm on some, yeah, I seduced you. I got the yams and all of the shit like that. Now it's like, but now I'm with you in a relationship. Now I'm guilted into this motherfucker because I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. But I committed to you. That was my biggest downfall. I didn't want her, but I was committed to her. How many of my brothers have been put in situations like that? And I'm not saying been put in a situation like you were coerced or whatever. Like you put yourself in that situation and couldn't walk away because you committed, because you wanted to stay a good man. Like I tried to walk away several times, and it was, what kind of man are you? You supposed to this relationships? We supposed to fight? We supposed to get? No, that's when you on some seduction shit. I can't continue this. I'm not seducing you for the rest of our lives. I got you. What the fuck I got to seduce you for the rest of our lives? Now, off the other side of that, when you actually like the woman and you try to bring the best out of you or unlocking her, those are the women I'm like, when I started running to those, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't fucking going nowhere. Those other women who can easily be seduced because you seduced them, you feel me? Because they like you feel me? Because they fucking like you, they're gonna find the next motherfucker who embodies what you have and they're gonna allow them to seduce them. Think about it. When a woman cheats on a man, and it's human as a whole, but we're talking about so frail conversations. So when a woman cheats on a man, when you are cheated on by that woman, the very man that seduced her, he seduced her with the very shit that you seduced her with. Don't have a mystery or be confused as to what did she see in him that I could that wasn't in me. What are the nigga? She saw the same shit in him that she saw in you, the very thing that she allowed you to seduce her with. When she told me the dude that she was with, he was a hood dude. He sold weed. He had just got out of jail. All this other shit. I had not been in that perspective, but that showed me what she perceived as hood dudes, and she thought that was the same thing in me. She didn't realize that there was so much more to me. But the hood conceptualization is what she gravitated towards. That's what allowed her to be seduced. Same shit. Same shit. When you like a woman and this is why I say stop fucking with women that are gonna submit to you and start fucking women you gotta unleash. When you start fucking with women that you gotta unleash, two things are gonna happen. One, she's gonna fall off if she doesn't want to be her true self. Because then it's like, oh, women want to be led. No, they want to follow. Let's be clear with that. We keep hearing shit. Oh, women want a man. No, women don't want to be led by men. They want to follow a man. Because to be led means that as a leader, I bring the best out of you. If I'm not bringing the best out of you, you're just following me. Look at social media. Why do you think people are called followers? Ain't nobody really bringing the best out of nobody. But if you are bringing the best out, they are leading you. Hence why one of the reasons I don't call y'all my followers, I call y'all my travelers. Because there's motherfuckers who I have brought to where I'm supposed to get to. They unfollow me, block me, whatever the case may be. All right, cool, we out. I'm not tripping on that shit. You feel me? But the thing about a true leader, he's going to bring the best out of you. So when you actually like a woman, you're going to invest the time into bringing the best out of her. Now, here's where it falls off because on one aspect, if she doesn't see her worth and her value, she's going to fight you tooth and nail when it comes to bringing the best out of herself. I know because the relationship that I was in, here's where the dynamic came in. I was the type of person I presented the relationship to her to bring the best out of her. She didn't want the best brought out of herself. You feel what I'm saying? She wanted to just be seduced and charmed. How do I know? Because this is that relationship where I sacrificed a semester. That semester, I got A's. I got an A, three B's, and a C. I never forget this semester because she got a 4.0. Because she was almost in danger of flunking out of school, losing her. She had a full ride scholarship she was about to lose because she wanted to, you know what I mean? So I'm bringing that out of her. I'm like, yo, you can do this shit. Come on, let's do it. And she got a 4.0 that semester. I was always on her. We studied together. I brought that out of her. That very next semester, I got the 4.0. I sacrificed that semester to make sure that she can have the confidence within herself. She squandered it. The very next semester, she dropped back down to failing again. And I was like, wow, you spat in my face. I stayed with her though, because I was in the wrong mindset. I didn't have the wisdom that I have now, but I was in the wrong mindset. So I stayed with her. Oh, baby, it's okay. We're gonna try it again. Like, you feel me? No, that showed me right there. She disrespected. She did not want the best brought out of her. You feel me? When she got that 4.0, it made her feel so good. Her parents was like, wow, he really, it was like, so did you get it? I was like, nah, I got an A, 3 Bs, and a C, but I wanted to make sure she's get it. I said, I got mine next year, next semester, because I know she gonna get hers. Nope, nope, nope. Didn't even try. Didn't even try. Well, I don't want to do these things. These are just not me. That's the reality that you have to deal with as a man. When you really like a motherfucker, two things are gonna happen. Like I said, when you are in her life to bring the best out of her, either she's gonna run with it or run from it. If she runs from it, you run from her. Leave her alone. If she runs with it, you continue to. This is what I'm saying. Women are naturally against submission. True women. True women. A woman who succumbs to submission and wants to be submissive, she's easily seduced. Charm is easy to her. But the woman who actually has to be unleashed, you got to work for her. And I can promise you, when you unlock her and you unleash her, if she is and she truly wants to be in that space and not regress backwards and shit like that, it's gonna be hard to. She's not coming back from that. You don't have to like when I tell people when I be in relationships and shit, like I'm not worried about a woman. I'm not worried about a woman cheating on me. Even though I've been cheated on and shit for actually doing the thing, I knew that I was with the wrong type of woman. I was with a submissive woman. That's why I'll never fuck with a submissive woman again. I need a woman who desires to be unleashed. Let's bring the best out of each other. Because every day I'm gonna show you the best version of me. Every day I'm bringing the best out of myself. I know who I am, but that comes in order for her to want to have the best brought out of her. She has to know who the fuck she is. The sole fact when you introduce yourself and you struggle to talk to her because you can't charm or seduce her, she has some kind of level of self-awareness, of knowing, of knowledge of self within her. I'm not talking about just the study in the head. Like she has some kind of level of knowledge of self within her. Lead her into unlocking that. You don't lead her into the direction that you want to go. That's a follower. A leader takes the best out of a motherfucker because they already know where they're going. You feel me? Phil Jackson led Kobe to the championships, but Kobe was a champion on the inside. Phil Jackson led Jordan to the championships because they were champions on the inside. You feel me? He just brought out the best that was already there. He didn't make them change their position. He didn't make them say, "Oh, you play center this time." Nah, you the shooting guard. Hold it. Now be the best shooting guard you can be. I'm going to help you be the best shooting guard that you can be to elevate you to the level of a champion. That's what a leader's supposed to do. Women ain't supposed to submit to men. I don't give a fuck how y'all can argue with me all day long. Y'all can, and we can look at how miserable the world is right now. Because women still trying to submit. Because in their submission, they're only fucking with men who can seduce them. And as men, they ask like, why can't we be? Why do y'all think on an unconscious level, bro? This is why we want to go half. I'm not putting 100% into a motherfucker that I'm seducing that I don't even like. The fuck? Why would I give 100% to a motherfucker who doesn't want the best brought out of them? They are comfortable where they are because I'm easily able to seduce them because they like me. They don't make me like them back. These last couple of relationships that I've involved myself with over the years, a couple years ago and shit, talking to women, it's like, oh my gosh, I like you. All right, cool. Now make me like you back. Oh, he's a narcissist. You a narcissist. You got too much ego. You too arrogant. Because I want you to make me like you back. Are you serious right now? That's why I'm like, yo, people throw certain words around. That's why I'm big on words. I don't give a fuck about the words that people use. My level, this series that we're doing with on the other side of the podcast with the belief, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. These things all tie hand in hand to this. You feel what I'm saying? I don't speak belief with understanding, like, because that's a part of the shit. Women just want to believe in me. I've already made you believe in me. I've already made you believe in me. I won. You feel me? You no longer fear me. You have faith that I can be what you need to be. I now have to get you through the wall of cognitive dissonance to know me. Then after that, I have to get you through the wall of deliberate action to experience me. Not just fuck me, but to experience the full dynamic of me. There's pockets of shit that you're going to see. And me, because I always put my shit on display, it can become intimidating or it should become inspiring. for real, because I'm gonna bring it out. Like, motherfucker, oh, you so creative. You make music. You this, that, and the third. I've had a woman literally ask me, "What can't you do?" I said, "Die." It's a choice. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Not in like, and I chose to do the best, to be the best of myself. A woman can't. I can't allow a woman to submit to that. I need you to match that. So I got to help you unleash that shit if you're not sure about yourself. Every woman that I've involved myself with in that same token, even though we're not talking right now, they have gone on to do other shit, to unlock the better shit within themselves. It's like, yo, wow, you really believed in me, and I'll forever be grateful for what you did, even though we did. I know you will, because I unleashed you because you were never supposed to be submissive. Now you're torn because the world keeps telling you to be submissive, and it's not natural for you. It's not natural for you. But because of that, you get charmed and seduced. Like, you feel me? Niggas know, like, religion works like that. And it's like, nigga, why you always tying shit to religion? Because that's the basis of the foundation that we live on. Ask a woman why she's submissive. Well, this is what God, Allah, Jehovah, Krishna, Buddha, this is what they tell me to be. I got to be submissive. Why? Why? That means you're not creating the image and likeness of the deity. I am. The man is. Think about it. Sit and think about that. When our women believe that they have to submit to us, that means we're creating the image and likeness. They're not. Why would I fuck with something that was created to be beneath me? To reach the best version of myself? That shit don't make no sense. But that's like all through those rhetorics they teach you. You know, women, you gotta submit. You gotta submit to the man. So a woman that can submit to the man is easily seduced. It's not hard. It's not hard. And a lot of people can't see it because it's like they haven't experienced enough of the world to be able to. I've experienced dualities. I've experienced both sides of this entire thing, and I know the woman, you have a better relationship with the woman who you can unleash than you will with the woman who submits to you. You're going to cheat on her. You're going to cheat on her because there's no energy that you have to put into her, because you don't have to try to be with her. The charm and the seduction is easy because she likes you. The woman that you have to make like you back, you feel me? Now, this is not to say be in that same space where the women know, okay, that's where you have to come in. This is why I know both sides of the shit. I know when a woman trying to seduce me, I've been a seducer and I've seduced well. You're not seducing me, baby. You got to show me some other shit. Just because I like you does not mean that I'm going to submit to you, allow you to control me and coerce me and seduce me. It don't fucking work. That's why I challenge my brothers. Practice celibacy. When you practice celibacy, you really see the women that you like. And then you'll be able to see the women that you like who are trying to seduce you. I talked to so many women who are, when we ain't fucking, it's like, well, damn, send me a dick pic. Send me this. Nope. I don't do shit like that. Why? You not trying to be you not trying to spice up the like, no, what the fuck? You gonna lick the screen? I'm not gonna feel that. If I send you a dick pic, you gonna suck it for me? You gonna suck the picture? Like, what is it? They try to seduce you. And when the seduction doesn't work, they make you feel like they do the same shit to us that we do to women that we try to seduce. But see, when you have not seen that other side, they can't deal with it. There's women right now who have been in a space where I was unleashing them. They still want to, like, and it's like, oh, you didn't really want to be unleashed. You thought you was gonna be able to seduce me. I'm a god, baby. You can't do it. Seduction doesn't work. Only thing that works is you being your full potential, being your full self to be with me. Cause I'm gonna bring my full self. Like, people, I've had women tell me some shit like, yo, I was waiting on a shoe to drop and it never dropped. Because, nigga, I was me. I wasn't trying to seduce you. You wait for the shoe to drop when a motherfucker's seducing you. And as men, when we're the seducers, we got to do everything we can to keep the shoe from dropping. My feet stay 10 toes down. Ain't no shoes falling because I'm going to be this way the whole time. So now, while you're trying to seduce and you're trying to hold back or whatever the case may be, I know the inner workings of a motherfucker. I be knowing why people enter my life. You feel me? And every woman that has ever entered my life wants to be unleashed. The scary part is that she doesn't want to be unleashed because of her environment. She doesn't want to be unleashed. She wants me to help her unleash her, but she thinks that she's going to have to, I need to be submissive. Nah, nah. I need you to be you, baby. I need you to be you. So, because what I like, I had to realize that I had to come to terms with it. I can see the soul of a person. I don't give a fuck what you show me on the front. I can see your soul. I know who you really are on the inside. I'm not going to tell you that I know who you are, but I'm going to slowly try to make you comfortable. Bring that shit out. Do you like this? Okay, cool. Bring that shit out. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out. And then when the motherfucker comes out, this is who you really are. Motherfuckers is like, oh my gosh, how did you see that? How didn't I see it? The bigger question is, why the fuck weren't you showing it? You know why you weren't showing it? Because you're tired of being submissive. Why were you tired of being submissive? Because that's what men like. No, men do not like submissive women. We get our rocks off of women who are free. Do you? But then it's like, not be no hoe. That's what y'all have fucked up with. Y'all have become succubuses. Like, for real, for real. Y'all think with this sexual liberation movement and shit, all y'all want to do is fuck. Y'all do not want to be creative in anything else. That's it. Y'all do not want to draw out the better versions of yourself. Some of y'all are low-key violinists. Some of y'all are singers. Some of y'all are artists. Some of y'all are so much shit. Some of these women are so much shit, and we can see it. We want it to come out, but they can't. They won't bring it out. Why? Because submission won't allow them to bring it out, because you don't want to overshadow your man. A man who really fucks with you ain't gonna give a fuck. He wants you to shine. You can't like, your light does not do shit to my light. We gonna burn the world apart when we shine together. The fuck? But as men, we're continually programmed to find submissive women. And in being continually programmed to find submissive women, we can only deal with women who we can charm and seduce. And we have to do it with bad intentions, because good intentions doesn't allow us to charm and seduce, because these energies do not come. Like, charm and seduction is manipulation. You can't manipulate somebody with integrity. You can only influence. When you have integrity, you have influence, which automatically makes it a positive intention. Women don't want to, and a lot of the women that we have crossed the lines with, who are those submissive women, can't tell the difference between manipulation and influence. So they'll talk to the, oh girl, he's changing you. He making you, like, no, I'm making you better, homie. I'm making you a better human. I don't give a fuck about none of that other goofy shit. But if you want to stay in this stupid space, I gotta go. Take me as I am. You don't even like you as you are. How many how many of us have been in a situation where we're dealing, and women be like, this is why we don't like y'all, low key. But a lot of women are in a space where they're expressing themselves as submissive women, but they want you to like the whole part of them. It's like, I've heard this phrase: if you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve my best. And they'll leave with their worst on purpose. Why the fuck do you think we're going to charm and seduce you? You want to go give me your worst any fucking way. And that's what we do. I don't, man, fuck that shit. If she's not going to give me the best from the jump, I don't want it. I will take the worst though. But now the worst has to take what I'm going to give it, because I'm not giving you anything good. Fuck your worst if you're not willing to exhibit your worth. And all of this ties in from everything that I said, from the sexual assaults that we can contribute to, that we're completely oblivious to, so we say. All of this shit ties into charm, seduction, and bad fucking intentions, bro. This is on us to change. This is on us. Our women are going to continue. Like, when we look at the boys, look at the girls, you got to watch out for these boys. We acknowledge that the only thing we stand on is charm and seduction. We're telling our baby girls, don't be charmed and seduced out here, rather than find a man who unlocks you. As a man, as a father, you're supposed to set the tone for your daughter to know what it's like to be unleashed as a fucking woman. She has to see you unleashing her mother. Her mother needs to be at the best pinnacle of her life, to where she doesn't even have to think about being seduced. She can't be seduced by another man because of what you as the man have unlocked. So when I tell y'all motherfuckers that monogamy is for the divine and polygamy is for the carnal, this is what the fuck I mean. Polygamous motherfuckers are just about seduction. Let me find another motherfucker to seduce. Monogamous motherfuckers are about unleashing. You have to unleash this individual. She ain't going nowhere. And again, I know, well, seeing you unleash that chick, she didn't want to be unleashed. She did not want to be unleashed. She showed me every fucking day. She didn't want to study on her own. I had to hold her hand. That is a child. When you really dealing with a woman who wants to be unleashed, it's a catalyst. Whatever you spark, she runs with. That's what it is to lead a woman. And that's what, if the women are in here, that's what it is to be led. Y'all want to follow. And I get it. We're talking about semantics and shit. Oh, well, if you're leading, then by fault. No, no, no. To be a follower is not the same as being led. Think about it. I'll use this and I try to wrap it up. Anybody who got vaccinated, they followed what another motherfucker said. They were not led into the right information. You followed. You weren't led. You were followed. You followed. You weren't led. Like, that is the reality of it. And our women, they think because they're followers, they're programmed to be followers, they think they're being led. No. No, you're not being led. You're being charmed and seduced through bad fucking intentions. And don't forget to check out Cafe Clothing, formerly Just Scenes merch. Get all of your intricate designs crafted specifically for the melanated being to develop a positive imagery within self and to have a little bit of fun in the process. From the peace, love, knowledge, and freedom to the dead horses and water designs, all the styles are crafted for the imagery to make you feel as you're supposed to feel. Because as I always say, the best way to fit in is to stand out. And what better way to stand out than with your exclusive styles from Cafe Clothing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there because it's a doozy, brothers. But yo, my brothers, I need y'all on this with me. Y'all got to come up here now. It's time to come up here, bro. We can no longer operate from charm and seduction. Our relationships don't work, like, my nigga. We want to be in a relationship with, like, it's cool having the multiple women is fun. It's all right. You feel me? But then what? You can only do the charm and seduction for so long before you can, like, they're asking, why can't we have any stability with relationships? Why can't we be in them? Like, the women can be with us. They'll stay with us as long as we can seduce them. But then it's like, when we're only focusing on them, oh, we get boring. I don't have to charm and seduce you no more. I've already fucked. I've already broken down the barriers. I made you like me. What more do I have to do? You submitted. Shut the fuck up. And they get mad at me when I say, oh, men don't really like submission. The men who do like submission are the men who can only charm and seduce women. I don't give a fuck if you go back as far as the archaic side when religions were founded and shit, and we're like, think about it. Think about it. You had arranged marriages because niggas didn't have no game. You ain't had no motherfucking game to where you can meet. Like, look at Aladdin. I like the story of Aladdin just for this particular part. And, Princess Jasmine fucked with Aladdin because Aladdin brought the best out of her. And he was the quote unquote street rat or whatever the case may be. But every prince that they kept bringing to her, they didn't have no motherfucking personality. They had to charm and seduce her. Oh, we have money. Oh, I have this. I'm this. The motherfucking street rat who was broke stealing apples was the motherfucking who got her. Do you know why? Because he unleashed what she really wanted to be. He brought her closer to the people that she needed to be a part of. He helped her see the reality of why the fuck he steals in the first place. He unlocked her. And then even him, he got into, like, the reason why they fucked up because the genie, he was like, yo, bro, just be your fucking self. Nah, bro, she ain't gonna fuck with me unless I can charm and seduce her. I have to be the prince of, it wasn't Agrabah, because Agrabah is where they live. Whatever the prince was that he had to step himself up to be, he forced himself to try to do it. And the prince was like, yo, just be you. A lot of y'all niggas can't be you because you don't know who you are. That's why rejection hurts so bad, because you don't know who you are. You don't even know what's being rejected. What don't she like about me? I got on the clothes. I got on this. I got on that. It's you. You're not yourself. You're not who the fuck you are. So you have to rely on charm and seduction in order to get the women, which means you're only going to gravitate towards women who perceive a good relationship as being charmed and seduced for the rest of their life. Listen to the conversations that these motherfuckers be having on social media. I want him to be obsessed with me all our lives. Don't ever forget. Don't ever stop doing. No, stop charming and seducing me. Don't ever stop charming and seducing me. Don't love me. Because love is the power for betterment through correction. Niggas wonder why I say that shit. I got a whole different standard of what it is. Like, I'm not single because I have to be. It's because I choose to be, because I value the power of a relationship that bad. I mean, that much. I value that shit. You feel me? But a lot of women don't. They don't even know that they don't. They're so busy on, ooh, continue to be obsessed about me from day one. And it's like, no, that means I have to be the same motherfucker charming. I got you. I fucking got you. Why do I have to continue to do this shit again? You feel me? After 3 years, we should be getting married after 6 years. No, no, no. We can get married whenever the fuck we want to because I already got you with the charm and seduction. You want me to continue to do this. You want me to continue to be in a space where I'm charming and seducing you for the rest of them. No, that's exhausting. You know why it's exhausting? Because you're not growing. We're not growing as a people. The moment we get married, the moment we lock into a relationship, we stay that same motherfucker. You know how? Because motherfuckers get in this vision. Oh, you've changed. I was supposed to. That's how growth works. That's how life is supposed to work. You should not remain the same for 50 fucking years. That's the problem. And because you're remaining the same for the whole 50, I have to charm and seduce you for that entire 50-year pocket, and you're the same motherfucker. No, I got that same motherfucker. Show me somebody new, and I'll charm you differently. They don't want to hear that part though. And we don't want to express that part. You know why? Because that's going to cause us to look at them and say, baby, you have to be unlocked. I need to unleash. I need something more out of you. I'm your lover, your secretary. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing all these things, but you're not being your fucking self. And you know why she's not being herself? Because you're not being yourself. So all you two can do is gravitate towards each other as two motherfuckers who don't know who the fuck they are. And by not knowing who the fuck you are, you can't put the right emphasis into the relationship that you're supposed to do to bring the best out of her. Therefore, she has to submit to you. And while she's submitting to you, you have to continue to seduce and charm her until kids come into play. Like when you tell your daughters and shit, baby, these boys only want one thing, to charm and seduce you. It's not about sex. It's about charming and seduction. And I'm going to teach you that you do not fuck with men who cannot unleash you. So in order to do that, I have to set the standard as a man to simultaneously look at the mother and constantly be bringing the best out of her and show my daughter that every man is supposed to bring the best out. She's not even going to be in the capacity to be charmed and seduced because charming and seduction does not bring the best out of the woman. The fuck? I get passionate about shit like this because it's like, it's not hard, y'all. But as long as we follow the same construct that is failing, we will fail. It's not hard. It's not hard. And now this is not to say, okay, women get their accolades and shit like that. No, no, no. I'm not talking about a woman receiving accolades. I'm talking about a woman being herself. Because half these motherfuckers with these degrees and shit, they're not truly who they are. They're who they pretend to be. They're behaving a way in which aligns with their accolades. A lot of motherfuckers, your accolades don't belong with who you are. But a lot of motherfuckers don't see that shit. So that takes us as men to step up into the game and say, you know what? This is masculinity, analysis and deconstruction. I have to break this shit down and say, hey, look, baby, you ain't right. This ain't who it is. Now, like I said, you have two options. If she rises to the occasion and she stays on that shit, cool. I've had a conversation with a woman who was like, her man, he don't talk to her no more. He don't fuck with her like he used to, or whatever the case may be. She was like, yeah, I was working out one day, and she was like, we was working out. He helped me lose 70 pounds. She told me that he helped her lose 70 fucking pounds. She was like, he was in the gym with me every day. He made sure the food was right. He did all of this shit. She was like, and I gained 50 back. You spat in that motherfucker's face. And she said, now he don't want to do anything with me anymore. How many of my sisters who are eavesdropping in this conversation that they ain't supposed to be in are in that position where a man has a went above and beyond? He like, he doesn't do it for me anymore. I literally tried to unleash you. I unlocked you. I brought the best out of you, and you went back to the worst version of yourself. How the fuck do you think that's going to feel to me as a person who's quote unquote leading you? But that's how submission works. You allow yourself to be seduced and shit. And you allow yourself to stay in situations in the environment that got you seduced in the first place. I'm not mad at the sister for what she did because when your mind is what it is, you have to operate from the reality that's created for you. She didn't realize why she regressed backwards, but she could focus on why he doesn't fuck with her no more. Why is he not seducing me anymore? That wasn't seduction, baby girl. That was unleashing. He showed you the best version of yourself, helped you lose 70 fucking pounds and you gained 50 back. You disrespected that man. You spat in his motherfucking face. And now you want to victimize yourself as if he did something wrong because he doesn't want to do the project again. Fuck that. Some men are actually in situations where we're not trying to charm and seduce. We're trying to bring the best out of you. We're trying to bring the best out of the woman, bring the absolute best out of her because we see who she really motherfucking is. But she doesn't even want to be the best version of herself because she wants to be submissive. And in being submissive, she wants to subject herself to being charmed and seduced. So what she's going to do, she didn't even know that. I don't even think she realized that she did this. She gained the 50 pounds back just so he can seduce her again and help her do it again. She was getting off of his. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, he loves me because he helped me do this. Yes, with love comes correction. When you incorrect or discorrect or and you break the situation back down, I'm not doing that shit again. I only have patience for children like that. I'm not saying I'm the dude or whatever the case may be. I'm completely on a different tangent. But most men we're only doing that. We only have the patience for children. And some of us don't even have that. So as a grown ass adult, I help you achieve something and you regress back. Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit again. The girlfriend that I was with, and when it ties into it, I understand how I got cheated on. Because after that semester, when she dropped the grades back down, I was devastated. It hurt my feelings. You disrespect, like I sacrificed an entire semester to make sure that you were good, and this is not what you wanted to do. Now, granted, saying you shouldn't have done it. I know. Because I didn't know that she wasn't in the same space. I thought that this is what she wanted because women always talk about shit like this. And I realized that you have to realize what type of woman you're dealing with. So after that, I never supported it again. If she got the 4.0, she got the grade, she got it on her own. I didn't care. I can admit that. That very next semester after she did that shit to me, every subsequent semester, I didn't care about her grades. I didn't check to see if she was studying. I didn't care none of that shit. I didn't support her. I didn't hype her up. I didn't give her none of that. And I didn't even realize I had did that. But when I look back, when she was telling me about the dude that was, he didn't even go to college. He just got out of jail. I don't even think he finished high school. So he's hyping her up. Yeah, you my little smart chick and you this, that, and the third, making her feel good about the grades. I see why she cheated. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all because I stopped doing that shit because I was disrespected. You spat in my face. You feel me? You spat in my face. A lot of us as men, we are wrapped up in situations where we won't walk away from because of that. Oh, I'm committed to this shit. And you got spat on. But it all ties back into how we initiated the situation out of charm and seduction. We can no longer do that shit. Charm, seduction, and bad intentions. We actually have to go into a situation where we're actually unlocking and dealing with women that we like and not charming and seducing women that like us and manipulating and blurring the lines. This is a real reality that we have to face. And these are the conversations that are being missed with these fucking new podcasters. Why don't men and women get along? Because it's two totally different conversations being had. It's four motherfuckers in the pit of the conversation and they're not talking to the right people. You have the submissive women. You feel me? You have the submissive women who are easily seduced, who you have the submissive women who are being fucked over by men that they like that don't like them. You have men that are chasing the women who they don't like because they're charming and seducing. Then you have the men who are unable to communicate with the women that they actually like because they don't have the experience. And you have the women who don't like the men that are actively pursuing them who can't communicate correctly. Same motherfuckers, just different genders and different swaps. But that communication barrier is there because it's like, I don't have to, like, it's all about charm, seduction, and fucked up intentions. Because it's levels to this shit. As men, we need to set the standard now and get into our mentalities of, I am no longer going to charm and seduce women. If you get into the space and no longer wanting to charm and seduce women, you will no longer be gravitated towards and attracting submissive women who need to be charmed and seduced. Which now allows you to actually be in a relationship with a woman, because in that relationship with the woman, you're not focusing on just charming and seduction. You can actually focus on building a relationship. Imagine you always have to charm and seduce this woman every fucking day. You feel me? I'm the type of motherfucker, look, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm not buying you flowers every day. I'm not buying you flowers every fucking day. No, when we link and we get on some shit, I'm gonna grow you a flower garden. Go out there and take care of the motherfucker. Now that's gonna show how we're really compatible. A lot of women ain't on that type time. I will create you a whole flower bed, whatever fucking flowers you want, your favorite ones. You want lilies, orchids, daffodils, pansies, roses. I'll make that whole motherfucker. Now, will you water it? Will you be the one who nurtures it and takes care of it? You're gonna let it die? That shows me what you think about me. Fuck buying flowers because they're gonna die anyway, and then I can overlook the fact that you let them die. Oh no, I didn't let them die. Flowers are gonna die anyway. Nope, I built you a whole motherfucking garden. You let this motherfucker die, you show me how you feel about me. Fuck the charm and seduction. I'm not charming and seducing you. No. And that is the problem because men that are actually saying that, no, I'm not charming and seducing. You're supposed to court. You're supposed to do this shit. You're supposed to give back to me. You want to be submissive and you just want the life to be about what you want it to be about. And it's not. I'd rather unleash you and make you start doing shit on your own. That's what a leader does. I build you this whole entire flower bed and you don't take care of the flowers? That shows me what you think about what I've just done. But now I got to build a flower bed and I got to take care of it. It's more charm and seduction. That is what men are no longer wanting to do. And we're not getting anything out of it either. Got us fucked up. But a lot of men aren't able to articulate that because of the core of what it comes back down to. A lot of us have gotten into relationships where didn't even like the motherfucker. And we just charmed and seduced her because we knew that she liked us. And now we get mad when she wants extra shit. Like, when you really like the woman, she ain't got to tell you to do shit. That's dead ass. Like, she ain't got to tell you to do shit. You kind of just know what needs to be done. And I get it. You hear women say, oh, you co-sign it. Like, no, you hear women say that shit too. But see, here's the thing about it. Women that are in the actual space to be where they like you back, like you actually like them. When you actually like them, you pay attention to what needs to be done. That's why they don't have to tell. And that's what they're trying to get to. Oh, I need me a man who just knows to do this shit. You don't even like the niggas that know how to do that shit. You still want to be that woman who's seduced by men rather than being the woman who actually is going to be catered to in that space. It's the same shit. We're off the same reality. But we don't want to communicate it right. You know why? Because men think before they feel and women feel before they think. And our communication barrier is broken because we're not in the same space. But I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Go kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables. And my brothers, one, start teaching your sons to move beyond charm, seduction, and with bad intentions in relationships. We can no longer teach our sons to mac. We can no longer teach our sons to settle for women they don't like because they're able to seduce the women who like them. Stop it. By that same logic, we need to teach our daughters to set the expectation to deal with only men who can unleash them. Only men who can unleash them, who can bring the best out of them, which means rather than shutting down and saying, stay away from these boys because they only want one thing, show them which boys are going to bring the best out of them. You won't have to worry about them being fucked over because they won't be looking for charm and seduction because they won't be trying to submit to the man who they like. They will gravitate towards the man who can bring the best out of them. But it's on you, big guy, to make sure your daughter has that standard and your son has that new standard too. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Go kiss your babies. Make sure they eat their vegetables. And I'm going to see y'all all on the next one. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out.